As a taxpayer in America, you've been funding state terrorism on Ethiopian soil. TPLF made a huge portion of Ethiopia, Oromo State, to be ruled only by Oromos, who can impose their language on the entire population and initiate a takeover of the state as they liked. They similarly corrupted politicians to run the other ethnic states, taking away individual rights entirely. To kill the Ethiopian memory, they replaced Ethiopian nationality with ethnic identity and ID cards, starting horrendous events everywhere. Citizens profiled by identity to be denied service, harassed, and displaced by state militias.
Some prisoners were blinded, some had their legs broken, and others had their teeth smashed. Because of all these beatings, some could not walk. There were some who were shot in the legs and were left lying on the ground. There are 43,000 prisoners in the camp.
Millions of Amhara women sterilized. Christian monks dehumanized and raped to take control of their religion. Government legally dealing drugs to children and caging critics to shut them up. Businesses driven out by extortion. Ethnic banks set up and turned to Ponzi schemes to enrich the ethnic rulers. The corruption and terror decimated the country. The sad part is, America, the beacon of individual liberty, funded them.
I think there's no better example than what has been happening in Ethiopia. One of the fastest growing economies in the world.
When riots threatened the TPLF, they appointed an Oromo prime minister.
The near possibility of state collapse. Finally, we have achieved leadership change. Not only leadership change, but also peaceful power transfer, which is a very rare experience in Africa.
He transferred power to his group.
Asitti cabe, asitti salphina jalqabe, asitti boqonsaa cabe, tufaamunaan qabsaa'onni barasanii sirni nafxanyaa asitti isaan cabse. Har'a kan nu cabse cabsinee hundeerraa buqqisnee Oromoon bakka salphatetti kabajamee jira. Oromoo baga injifatte.
When he transferred power to his group, they started a dirty war, beheading civilians, forcing child soldiers, and weaponizing famine. Think about the horrors of Tigrayan mothers killed for refusing to send their children to war. Tears rolling down the cheeks of relatives of citizens who have been murdered, evicted, and burned alive. Families of innocent women and children who have been slaughtered like animals, wondering how long is left until they're next. But the world is silent and corrupted. The CNN, New York Times, the BBC, and others are all busy victimizing the TPLF. Even the WHO is run by the TPLF. The Biden White House, just like the Clinton and Obamas, is taken. Communist China's pay-to-play loans feed the corruption and leverage the people to promote China. Ethiopia's new government is disabled by corruption and the incompetency of identity rule. So, a cruel war is raging, state terror, against 100 million people. But who is the biggest funder of TPLF and Ethiopia? America. People like me and you. Over 30 billion of our tax dollars stolen to buy the TPLF American homes, to send their kids to American schools, and to pay American lobbyists and politicians.